In this video, we're going to learn how to create a take-in. Now in rows, the take-in module is where most of the inventory entry happens. So we're going to go to the hamburger menu at the top left and click on take-ins. Now this is the main take-in search screen. So these are all active take-ins listed here. So these are take-ins that came in the door. We entered in a brief description of what came in, and then we saved the take-in. And we can either actively create inventory immediately, or we can continue working on other take-ins that we've started. In this case, we're going to create a new take-in. We can click the search button and search by name if we need to, or if we know the contract number, we can put it in here. And then the quick take note. So this is kind of the heart of the take-in module. This is where we actually record what comes in the door. All right. We can be as general or as specific as we want. And the purpose of this is, again, to track our workload, what came in the door, created a basic accounting for that. So let's say a consignor wants a copy of what they brought in, but we don't have time to inventory all these items right now. So we're going to go back to the search screen, and we're going to highlight this one that we just created, and we're going to click the little print button. And now we can give them a take-in receipt. Now there's no inventory produced, but they do have that quick notes here, description of what they brought in the door. So we can either download with the little download button and email it to them, or we can print it out. All right, let's go back and edit this take-in. So now that we've saved the take-in, we saved the quick take information, we can start creating inventory here. All right. Quantity one, so let's say we have a bunch of one particular item that they're not unique enough to justify separate SKU entries. So we can change the quantity, and then as those items sell, that quantity gets reduced. We can change the split if we have to. If we're using card color discounts, we can change the card color. Right now, our current card color default is light blue. We can click special price, which means it's never going to get automatically discounted. We can do never expires, which means that it's never going to automatically expire. We can change the size of the label to jewelry, or we can change it to a small 1x1 label, or we could immediately donate it. Now, if we immediately donate it, we don't have to fill in the price. We can just post that immediately to donates. So we're going to save changes, and that's going to drop down below here. We're going to do one more. Blue's my favorite color, so everything I own is blue. All right. And hit save changes. Now these little labels here, little card labels here, if we click on one, that's how we print our label. If we're set up for remote print, we can remote print with this button here. If we're not set up for remote print, we just print normally using the print button here. And let's print this next one out. And there's our label for that one. Now we can post these to inventory right now by highlighting and clicking post to inventory. And now we can keep working on our take-in, but we're able to sell those items that we've done. So let's say it's a large order. We're going to keep working on this order. That way our take-in receipt will be accurate, because we're going to keep this order open for as long as we're actually working on it. But by posting that to inventory, they're ready to sell at the till. Now let's say we are done with this take-in. Let's go back to the search screen. We're going to highlight the take-in that we just completed. And if we need to reprint the take-in receipt, we're going to click on it here. And it's going to show now what items we posted to inventory. Now it doesn't show prices. And the reason we don't show prices automatically is, it gets in the feedback that we've had and from others is, it gets in the consignor's mind, oh, I've got $1,000 worth of inventory there to sell, when they may not sell $1,000 worth, or it might get discounted. So all we're interested here is giving them an accounting of what we produced and put out on the floor. So that's why we don't have prices on the take-in receipt. All right, so we're done. We're not posting any more items to this order. We're going to highlight it and hit complete take-in. And so this way, what the take-in module does is it allows us to accurately kind of track our workload. And I think, I'm not familiar with any other software that does this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but we built this, we produce a lot of inventory, and we want to keep track of that and kind of gauge, how quickly we're working, how much inventory we're producing. So that's why we built the take-in module. Now you can enter inventory individually via the inventory screen, and we'll talk about that in another video. But for the bulk of the inventory entry in rows, it happens via the take-in module.